General Mills, makers of Bisquick and Betty Crocker Pie Crust Mix, presents Bride and Groom.
The honor of your presence is requested at the wedding of Anna Goldman, George Robert Nathan.
Hello and welcome to Bride and Groom. You know, love, they say, is a special feeling reserved for the young in heart. And today we're going to meet two people over 70 years of age, both in love and both very young in heart. It's a wonderful story that none of us are very apt to forget. After we meet them, we will be guests at their wedding with services by Rabbi Burton Mailer of the Jewish Center of Violet Park. Of course, I'm sure you know that one of the reasons I'm here is to bring your attention to this, Betty Crocker Pie Crust Mix. And I like doing it because in this package is something that's going to make a difference to anybody who likes to bake pies for their family. Can you see these lumps of shortening? Little ones, bigger ones, but it isn't ordinary shortening. Nope, it's fresh sweet shortening made specially for pie crust. Made for pie crust. And the flour in Betty Crocker Pie Crust Mix was specially milled for pie crust. They've even been specially blended with such lightness and skill that it actually makes a difference on your pastry board. Look, pie dough rolls easy. It handles easy. Yes, it does what you want to do instead of vice versa. And here, for a change, is pie dough that can take handling and still it comes out tender. Oh, I proved that myself when I made my pie at Betty Crocker's Kitchen. It will come out tender, rich, flaky. See how flaky. Betty Crocker's skillful hand with that special shortening makes crisp, light layers of flakes. You know, this cherry pie is awfully good. How about it?
You'll find yourself making pie for the family lots more often this way. Buy it by threes and keep it ready to make up a pretty pie at the drop of a hat. Betty Crocker Pie Crust Mix.
Now I'd like you to meet our bride, Anna Goldman, the bridegroom, George Robert Nathan. And it's our old custom in Bride and Groom to get acquainted with our couple each day first, so let's start with you.
I want you to call me Ann.
I will then. How old are you today?
Today I am 73 years past.
Fine.
And I am a bride.
That's right, absolutely. There's no question. Where were you born?
I came to this country. I was born in Austria, I'm sorry. I should have said it.
It's all right.
I came to this country 55 years ago and have four grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. God bless them.
How many children did you have yourself?
I had 4, but I only had 3.
I see. You have an advantage over most of our brides and grooms, Ann, because you already know the joys and rewards of married life and family life. How about our groom today?
Well, just call me George, John.
I will. How old are you?
I'm 73, born in New York City, served in the Spanish-American War. I'm a widow for the past 8 years.
How many children?
I have 4 children and 7 grandchildren.
Oh, that's wonderful. How do your families feel about this day?
Well, it was my own children. Give me the idea to get married, and they sued my youngest daughter. She was the instigator.
I see. Well, I imagine Ann had something to do with it, too. How did this all start, Ann?
Well, I moved into my present apartment about 1.5 years ago. 2 months later, George moved in just across the hall. Also the same kind of apartment I have. Then we met in the hall going out to a letterbox for our mail. And then we also met outside on the patio. And one day, George says to me, how about playing a game of cards?
And that was the business?
Yes, so we did enjoy it. And then after this, George took ill.
Oh? It's hard to believe you ever had a sick day in your life, George. Was it serious?
Well, it was serious enough to send me to the hospital. And I was there for a while. I got home, but I had to stay in bed.
Yes.
One afternoon, the telephone rang, and I was never able to get up to get the telephone. So Aunt came in from the patio and brought the phone to my bed.
Oh, that was wonderful. Is that when it started?
That's when it started, so he could answer the phone. Then his daughter Sue came back from shopping, and she thanked me for being in the room helping her father. When he felt better, we went for rides. We went for walks. We went occasionally in the movies. And when he was able to drive, we went for motor trips.
Fine.
Usually out in Westchester County.
Fine. Now, well, when did this get very serious? Was it on one of these drives, maybe?
On one of these drives, yes. At one time, he says to me, Why don't we double up? I didn't know what he meant.
Or did you pretend like you did?
I didn't, so it is, so I didn't. Then, when we reached the picnic ground, he said it again. Why don't we double up? It don't make sense, pay 2 rents.
So?
And I didn't answer. A little while later, he asked again. I says, you got to give me time to think that over.
And how long did you take to think it over?
Well, it wasn't too long, and I says, all right.
Wonderful. Don't mention love in this proposal, George?
It was
Well,
He was too nervous?
I was kind of nervous, and I thought that Anne would understand how I thought about it, and that's how we was so long alone, and I thought alone and...
Well, your children are grown up, aren't they?
Yes, they all married.
They all married, they all have their children, their own families, so now you have each other.
That's
That's a wonderful arrangement.
You help out with it.
Well, I know that you're both going to be very happy, and I'd like to meet your attendants, if I may, please. I imagine you're related to you. Hello.
This is my maid of honor, Rose.
Hello, Rose.
And this is my best man, John.
John?
And this is my daughter.
This is the one who started it?
That's
the one.
it.
We're glad you're here, and this is...
My son.
I'm glad to know you. Well, for the best man, these are the matched keepsake wedding rings. A lovely diamond band is for our bride. The plain gold keepsake band is for our bridegroom. And what song did you want sung today?
Because.
And now as our bride and groom and their attendants leave for the ceremony, Phil Hanna sings their love song.
Because you come to me with naught save love, and hold my hand and lift mine eyes above, a wider world of hope and joy I see, because you come to me. Thee mine, I'll cherish thee through light and darkness, through all time to be, and pray his love may make our love divine, because God made thee
Cherish her throughout life? If so, answer yes.
Yes.
And do you, Anne, take George to be your husband? And do you promise to love, honor, and cherish him throughout life? If so, answer yes. Baruch atah Adonai Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam borei peri hagofen. Baruch atah Adonai Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu al ha'aroyos. V'yosalonu es ha'arusos v'tilonu es ha'nasuos lonu al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai Hashem mekadesh amo Yisrael al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. As together you now drink from this cup, so may you, under God's guidance, in perfect union and devotion to each other, draw contentment, comfort, and felicity from the cup of life. And now you will betroth the bride by placing the ring on the forefinger of her right hand and repeating after me, Hare,
Hooray.
At,
At.
Mikudeshes,
Kadeshes. Lee.
Patabas,
Tabas.
Zu,
Zu.
Kedas Moshe,
Kadas Moshe.
V'Yisrael.
Israel.
Thou art consecrated unto me. Thou art consecrated unto
Thou
me
art consecrated me
with this ring
with this ring,
in accordance with the law of Moses
according to the laws of Moses
and of Israel.
and of Israel.
And now that you have spoken the words and performed the rites which unite your lives, I do hereby, in conformity with the faith of Israel and the laws of this state, declare your marriage to be valid and binding. And I pronounce you, Anne, and you, George, to be husband and wife before God and man. And may our Heavenly Father be nigh unto you and shelter you beneath his wings against all the vicissitudes of life. And may he satisfy you with long life, with health, and with happiness. Yivorechecho Adonai v'yishmerecho May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his countenance to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance unto you. Yosem lecha shalom, and grant you peace, happiness, and tranquility, now and forevermore. Amen. Mazel tov, kiss your brow.
So the joys of life will be doubled now that they'll be shared. Weren't they cute, helping each other, that wonderful love story and all? Usually at this point, I try to make some sort of a sage comment about youngsters setting up housekeeping together. But today's a case in point just to show you how wrong people can be about brides and grooms. Just for instance, I'll bet there have been a million jokes about brides' biscuits. Well, it just isn't so. Here, I'll prove it. Look there, ma'am. Those are brides' biscuits. Here, give a sniff. Isn't that beautiful? Sure, and even a brand new bride can make biscuits every bit that good like this. Just add milk to Bisquick. Honest, it's that simple, because right here in this package are the very things you'd have to mix and blend if you started from scratch. With Bisquick, though, all the tedious part is already done. You just add milk to Bisquick and get biscuits like these, high and light and fluffy. And that's only the beginning. There's Bisquick dumplings for your chicken and stews. There's Betty Crocker's new Bisquick velvet crumb cake, and oh, golly, a dozen wonderful things to make with Bisquick. See? They even call Bisquick the 12-in-1 mix. And right on this package are Betty Crocker's own directions for all of them. Best advice I can give you, Mrs. Bride, is reach for the Bisquick. And here they are, George. Congratulations. Just wonderful. Well, it's wedding gift time now. You two may be sharing the same apartment, but among your wedding gifts, they're silver enough to serve a dozen guests. Yes, on your first big family celebration, you'll proudly display this magnificent set of the famous Queen Best pattern silverware.
And since there'll be 2 breakfasts each morning, well, you'll need a double automatic toaster from General Mills and that famous companion piece General Mills lightweight iron with a steam attachment.
We hear sewing is something that's pretty important to you, is that right?
That is her hobby, but she has no sewing machine.
She has right now. It's the new SewGem sewing machine. Its SewGem features that exclusive Susie right-hand miracle stitcher.
And anybody who knows about television, well, they'll know about this wonderful Spartan set with a clear view 17-inch screen and built-in antenna. Your Spartan will provide you both with many happy hours of entertainment.
You know the way to a man's heart already, but with your brand new Crosley electric range, you'll cook everything from that special chicken broth to the fanciest desserts. With your Crosley range, there's a hasty heat unit, 2 ovens, a double-duty deep well. Everything just about cooks itself with Crosley's automatic controls, you know.
Since you're doubling up on the mealtime department, you're going to find thousands of wonderful recipes in Betty Crocker's picture cookbook.
And that's a great help even for an experienced cook. And also, we want you to have a talking motion picture of your wedding day at Bride and Groom from our sponsors, General Mills. But let's talk honeymoon right now, because it's very important. You'll have the most beautiful car on the road, a 1953 dual-streak Pontiac, which is yours to drive and enjoy throughout your stay at the famous Laurel in the Pines in Lakewood, New Jersey. This beautiful hotel overlooks a lovely frosted lake. Indoors, the hotel overlooks nothing in the way of luxury and personal service. The famous cuisine, the hospitality, and the music and the entertainment will all be yours as personal guests of manager Charles Seidel. Whether it's a dip in the indoor pool or carriage ride, well, we know you'll enjoy every single moment of your wonderful honeymoon at the Pines. And now, George, thank you for letting us share some of this great happiness you have.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, you're so welcome, and good luck for a long, happy married life together.
I'll take
I want to
it
hear
with
from you
me.
next anniversary. In fact, I'll see you in just a minute. You know, it's always a thrill being in such a wonderful love story, isn't it? Which reminds me that one of our bride and groom love stories now appearing in the February issue of True Romance magazine, in case you'd like to read it. I think you'd enjoy it. Tomorrow again, we're going to have the thrill of hearing another wonderful love story. This one began with a 4-H club. Most people know the work being done by this farm and home group, but maybe you didn't know that one of the 4-H's stands for heart. Tomorrow's couple knows it. In fact, that's a sort of a clue to the story we'll hear at the same time on these same CBS stations. Bride and Groom has been presented by General Mills, makers of Bisquick, the 12-in-1 mix, and Betty Crocker Pie Crust Mix.
Enjoy Love of Life on the CBS television network.
Will Chance of a Lifetime winner Stanley Grover win his second $1,000 tonight?